With senior superstar Kobe Bryant aboard for the 1995-96 season, the Lower Merion coaching staff knew that there would be no team in the area that would attract more attention than the Aces. The pressure would be high from the start, and so would the expectations. Knowing this, Coach Greg Downer got Lower Merion prepared for the season right away with a game against superpower Roman Catholic at Drexel University. The game would prove to be a seesaw battle throughout, with Donnie Carr leading a balanced Roman Catholic attack and Bryant doing the same for the Aces. Roman jumped an early lead, and Downer quickly called timeout.
Get up, y'all. Hey, next time down. Next time down. Let's go double top. Double top. Come on, y'all. All right, let's go. Defense, y'all. 1, 2, 3, defense.
The timeout proved effective as sophomore Dan Pangrazio nailed this three and was fouled. Then Kobe stole this pass intended for Carr and finished with the emphatic one-handed slam. Seconds later, Kobe again on the steal, finding Omar Hatcher for another layup and a foul. And before the half was over, senior Oral Williams made the biggest contribution of his career, and the Aces cheerleader sensed LM was back in it. Down 4 in the third, Kobe hit for 2 of his 30 points right here, but it would not be enough. Roman would win the game, but Lower Merion showed a full house that they would be a team to be reckoned with during the season. In fact, the Aces shook off a 4-3 start to win 21 straight games, advancing to the contest everyone was waiting for, a match with Chester in the District 1 Quad A final at the DuPont Pavilion, a game that would not have happened without the heroic shooting of Pangrazio in the district quarterfinals against Norristown. Chester entered the game with great confidence, but the Aces were unified and confident they could avenge for last year's 27-point loss to the Clippers. Dabney helped trigger the intensity with this district Griffin, while Pettit would work hard on the boards to combat Chester's 2 6'7" centers. Down 7 at the half, the third quarter belonged to the Aces. Kobe Bryant played perhaps his best all-around game of the season. Here he gets the block on one end, and then the pretty assist to Griffin on the other. That'll set the stage for junior forward David Rosenberg, who made the most of the biggest opportunity of his career, first finding Griffin on the no-look, then finding KB after the impressive ball fake, resulting in this resounding slam. When Kobe nailed this three-pointer, the Aces had completed an incredible 21-5 run and gave them a 9-point lead. Hand-holding on the bench gave the Aces enough impetus to make their foul shots and win their first district title since 1978. Next, it was the state playoffs, where LM was hoping to go farther than last year's second-round exit. In Pottsville, the site of their 1995 loss to Hazleton, Lower Merion exploded with a 40-point win over intimidated Scranton. The Aces played their best defense of the year, holding Scranton without a point until 5 minutes were left in the second quarter. Meanwhile, the opponents had no answer for the Aces, any of them, including 5'4" senior guard Leo Stacy, who scores here on the layup. The win put everybody in a good mood, but even Kobe Bryant knew that everything would be serious again soon, in fact against Chester 2 games later. Before one of the largest crowds ever to witness a game at the Palestra, the Clippers and Aces battled from start to finish in one of the most action-packed games ever played there. Prior to the game, Chester coach Fred Pickett said that Pangrazio had never done anything against them. Well, the sharpshooter proved him wrong. Meanwhile, Bryant delivered as always with a startling 39-point performance. But down the stretch, Pangrazio injured his ankle, and turnovers helped Chester tie the game. Thus, it came down to this: John Linehan versus Emery Dabney. And Dabney won, sending the game into overtime. In the extra period, Bryant got the joint buzzing, zipping through Chester's Olay defense for a monster jam that would put the Aces in the Quad A championship game against Erie Cathedral Prep. Coming off the emotional Chester win, the Aces were out of sync early and needed strong performances from Griffin and Dabney just to be down single digits at the half. Upping their tempo on D, the Aces controlled the second half and went up by 2 on Hatcher's late free throws. Then Carrie Walker sealed the championship victory with this shot off the front rim, and the Aces had their first championship since 1943. The jubilation set in a scene so wonderful that you could say the whole experience was our one shining moment.
It's just a dunk on amateur video. Him blowing a rim to smithereens.
They come for academic reasons or competition.
Stolen by Brandon Weems.
He's the truth.
In transition, finally an opportunity to show the elevation, the windmill, the creativity, the extension, the elevation.
How do you feel about all that?
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? How many college guys or NBA guys can make that pass in transition? In the NBA, that's a jam for a dunk. I mean, I got goosebumps watching that. That made me think of the Magic Man. Are you kidding?
Here comes James leading the Irish out. They were down big early, but there's another no-look feed.
There's what we're talking about, instincts.
Make a lot of kids not come to college in the first place if you put that restriction in. James with certainly the ability to make it look like he can go to the next level. Barry has it blocked.
Boy, Romeo Travis is a really active player and a great offensive rebounder.
Here's James. Look at the pass. Showtime early for LeBron James.
Seen phenomenal passing from Walt Hazzard to Greg Lee to Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and now LeBron James laying the dime down.
And sophomores in California, but he's got the chance to be one of the best point guards in America.
Jones, the lob inside, and LeBron James has his first 2 points of the game. Added 13 early in the second quarter with Bill Walton and Jay Billis. I'm Dan Shulman, and that is LeBron James.
You know, it revolutionized the game as a big man.
Jumper, yes.
You're not that old, Jay.
I remember you.
How about this St. Vincent St. Mary's team? Oh, goodness gracious.
His work ethic, I think, will determine a lot of it in his drive. It is different for each guy. What a pass!
Nice. Beautiful. You talked about the passing at the beginning, Jay. Oh, what a
How about that? And speaking of work ethic, making that pass instead of preening around, he runs back in transition.
You got to put me on film when you win.
His players start off on the defensive end.
Chris Paul to LeBron James. That didn't take very long. Here tonight.
Field goal percentage early for the LeBron James-led team, 66%. 2 dunks, 3 attempts.
But that's one thing these kids are going to learn with help side defense still in the forefront of his mind.
Yeah, one of his good buddies, Lamar Odom of the Clippers, same neighborhood.
James to Villanueva, and
Tom Izzo back to is long, athletic, has the ability.
now let's get a look at yet another James feed. And again, left hand on the move, no look. He likes to try it all.
A good move, a nice read to get away from Eby, who would think to go through.
How about the fact that he'll be a target, Tim, next year? Everybody's going to try. Mike Jones, he's had a terrific game. What an athlete.
But how about the attention he's going to receive from opposing players taking their best shot at him every night out? Very nice ball game. He's really rebounded well, and again, the timing, the passing ability, and his ability to see the floor with his peripheral vision. He was setting that play up when he brought it down. And
Jones is the guy that's really impressed me.
How about that, Tim? That impress you, though?
I knew about that.
In the last couple of minutes. He's going to get it back.
Well, that's the beauty of playing with a player like Chris Paul. You can
Michael Jordan in high school, but the big difference is that LeBron James already is man size. I don't think he can get any bigger and any stronger. Do you think that maybe impedes some of his development? He's man size playing against kids right now.
Take a long run up. Oh my goodness.
Vince Carter-like elevation. That's higher than Vince Carter.
He's not even, you know, like in boxing, George Foreman's always saying you got to come out wet. He's not even swatting it. Look how high he got up.
Ridiculous athlete. Settle down, Dave. Settle down, partner. To advance. He's working the crowd to the fever pitch. Beautiful delivery of the ball. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like it.
I tell you,
Hey, you know, the amazing thing about LeBron, his first dunk was when he was in 8th grade in one of those teachers versus the students game. Imagine that, Dave. A 14-year-old dunking on his math teacher. Elite company.
golly, where's his head? His chin almost hit the rim.
James's game.
Side, beautiful. 2-on-1. Here's James who slams it in. Gary Irvin lays it off for James.
You see these types of things in these games, Buck, in the second half.
Oh, what a shot. James for 3.
LeBron James, King James is in town.
Here's James. Shake and bake, and what a shot.
What'd that look like?
Oh.
Who'd that look like?
A little like Kobe.
A little like Michael and Kobe.
12 points. James, unbelievable. 27 in the McDonald's game. Loser with 9 rebounds in the game. James with a big move. Reverse layups of beauty.
You see how long he stayed in the air? He could have had a cup of coffee.
He helped to bring his squad back, but it was not enough. Big performance tonight from Shannon Brown with 27 to lead Team Silver.